Hey everyone, my name is Dave Pluff. Welcome to Art History 5. This is a survey class of art history, meaning that we take art in chronological order from right around the year 1300 during the Renaissance all the way up to 1950, which is the modern or postmodern age. This is a really cool class because we get both Renaissance and modern art together. They're wonderful fields of study. We see a lot of beautiful artwork during this time period. We're going to learn all about the work and the time and the artists and all of that. It's really one of my favorite classes to teach. We are a asynchronous class, meaning that we are not going to meet in person or anything like that. I do have office hours that you can come in and pop in and talk to me via Zoom on Wednesdays. That will start next week, not this week. And you're always able to email me. So Monday through Friday, I answer emails, and I'm really happy to help you with any questions, comments, concerns you may have. So with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over to the Canvas site. I'm going to walk you through what you need to do for this week, and you will have one of these videos every single week. This one, I will tell you right now, is a little bit lengthy because it's kind of new for all of us starting this class. The next few weeks will be much, much quicker. But these videos that you'll see, and they're located at the top of the module, are really important for you as far as material goes and as far as the quickness you will have as far as completing the projects and work. So join me, we're going to head over to the Canvas site. All right, here we are on the Canvas site. First thing you do is you click into the icon for our class, which is Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water. Our class is Art History 5, 37208. You just click on that. It brings you to the syllabus page or home page. Either one you click will bring you to this page. What you'll normally see up above here are the current emails that I send out. You'll have the welcome banner, which reminds you all you have to do is click on the modules tab here at the left. Underneath the banner are the projects that are coming due. So this is one way to access the projects and find out when they are due. So this week, for instance, we have a syllabus quiz and a discussion board. I'll tell you more about those in just a moment. My projects are due by 3 o'clock on Sundays, and we're going to go over to the modules page now. The modules are basically set up in this format. They're never going to change. Up top is the administrative materials module. So the first thing you want to do in the class is to read through, quite honestly, all the boring stuff. Get all the administrative rules and regulations out of the way, and then we can actually study art. So you want to read through the course syllabus, take a look at the lecture schedule, see how the work is divided up over the next 8 weeks. And I also have a late policy here as well. For the Chaffey information, I have campus resources, student support, and also a link to the library. Information on Netiquette, and also information about me. So that's there. Then all the modules are set up in pretty much the exact same way. Now, the only one that I have material in at the moment that I'm recording is Module 1, and that's all complete. That's ready for you. You don't have to worry about the census. That's actually for me. But what you will see on your side is this material here. All the modules are going to be set up in the exact same format. The welcome, the video that you're watching right now is here, followed by an introduction. Now, the introduction, first of all, has a welcome, and it kind of defines what the 4 topics are below. This just helps keep you guided for the week. 1 module per week is what we're going to be covering. They're ready to go first thing on Monday mornings. So the summary welcomes you to the class, tells you what we're going to be doing for the week. This is a list of lectures. We have 2 lectures and a documentary this week. We have a few objectives, and then we finally have assessments. We have a very quick syllabus quiz. Once you read the syllabus, lecture schedule, and late policy, you're able to do that, and you're able to do the discussion at any time. We also have a couple of journals that reflect just some small work on the topics that we're covering this week. And I'll cover those in depth in just a moment. So that's how this module starts out. Then you'll see that we have a couple of lectures. Everything, again, always set up in this format where we have the lecture first, and you can just click on that. Here's the lecture. You can play it from here. You can go to YouTube and watch it there. Either way is fine. Underneath that, we do have a study guide. So the way the study guide is set up, and let me make this a little bit larger here. Normally we have vocabulary first. The Roles of the Artist is a topical lecture. So we're going to learn the different roles of the artist, followed by some imagery. The first image here relates to the first role of the artist, the second role of the artist, and so on. And the study guide basically shows you important vocabulary, important terms, and important imagery that you'll probably revisit on the midterm or final exam. On the Roles of the Artist study guide at the very bottom, I have kind of a how to use a study guide little blurb here. And again, this is just for you. It's like scratch paper, but it does serve as an invaluable tool. After that, we have a further exploration section. Now, this is for material that I normally can't fit into the lecture itself, usually because of copyright, but I'll also put our readings in here. Our readings are very quick. The first lecture, what is art appreciation or art history? What is an artist? A few really cool videos that are just a few minutes long. In fact, the very first one is just a few seconds long because we're going to be learning about the spiral jetty this week. I have a couple videos on that. And we'll also learn about the artist Christo. And this is one of his last works here, The Floating Piers. Our second lecture actually delves into the really cool material that we're going to be covering in this course. Italy during the 14th century or the 1300s. I've got the lecture here, the study guide. I'll just pop into here real quick just to show you how the vocabulary is compared to the previous study guide. So here's our study guide here. You can see we have terms like altarpiece, polyptych, in situ, hieratic scale, and then we also have some imagery. And once again, the imagery is the most important that you'll see throughout the lecture. Following that, we do have a further exploration section. So we've got some readings on Byzantine art and the late Gothic. We have some videos on the Annunciation, the Rucellai Madonna, and then a few videos on the Arena Chapel in Padua, which we'll spend a lot of time at during the lecture. Following that, I'm going to jump down actually to the journals. Now, the journals, because this is an accelerated class, we're going to have 2 of these per week. Normally, we would just have 1 in a full semester length class, but we're doing double time right now for the fast track. The journals are very easy to do, and they deal specifically with material from the lectures. So the journal instructions are here. You want to just read through that. It's very quick, but basically it'll give you a format for when you complete the journals. Typed, double-spaced, standard fonts and typefaces, and we can do anything from a reflection to research to completing a worksheet, a writing exercise, things like that. The very first journal, and journals are turned in twice a semester. They're turned in at the midterm, 1 through, I think, 6, and then 7 through 12 will be turned in at the final. So the very first journal entry just has you reading why commission artwork during the Renaissance. Read the article, type me half a page to a full page of reflections, things that you learned during your reading. And then the second journal, that deals with the documentary we're going to be watching. We have a really great film called Medici, Godfathers of the Renaissance. We're just going to be watching part 1. This is a 4-part series, but just part 1 is perfect for our class. And after you watch it, you're going to fill out the movie guide. So this is one place where you can get the movie guide. So the movie guide is very similar to one of our study guides for our lectures. I have some of the major people that you'll see throughout the film. It is led mostly by narrators. But more importantly are the questions that are asked after we see the individual characters. Importance of patronage during the Renaissance, the role of art in society, the ties of the church, how difficult life was to live during this time period. Filippo Brunelleschi, well, you'll see a lot about him, constructing the dome on the Florence Cathedral, and so on. So there's no really right or wrong answer. It's not something to be looked up online or anything like that. It's just, again, your reflection of the film that you're going to watch. So the film itself is right here, documentary. Once again, we're just watching part 1, which is just about an hour long. After that, this is just another place we have the movie guide. So it's the same movie guide that's in journal number 2. So let's talk about assessments, because this is where you're going to get points for the week as well. Syllabus quiz. The syllabus quiz comes from the syllabus, the lecture schedule, and the late policy. You're able to find all of them in the administrative materials module. We have a 10-question exam, and each question is worth 2 points. You may have the documents open during the exam. There's no time limit, but you can only take this quiz one time. And so questions might be, as we go into it here, what is my email address? And you will just click on what you think is the correct answer, click next. Once you're done, you'll press the Submit Quiz button, and every time you answer a question in the upper right-hand side here, you'll see that you'll get a check mark. Then we have a discussion board, just a welcome discussion board. We'll have about 4 discussions throughout the semester. But what I want you to do is take a moment to introduce yourself. Tell us what part of California you're from, your current major or interest of study, where you are in your college career. Then I want you to post an image of or by your favorite artist. You will not be able to see what other people have posted until you create your own. You get 25 points for the initial post and 5 points for responding to one other member of the class. For the initial post, that needs to be done by January the 19th, a reply by January the 26th. This is how you upload an image. I'll show you that in just a moment. Past student example is actually from me. So I went ahead and completed this the way I would have when I was taking this class. And I'm going to show you how to actually do this here. You'll click the reply button at the bottom of the project. That'll open up the new window. If you want to type in, you can do that first. But when you want to add an image, all you're going to do is click this button here. Do the drop down, upload an image, and drag and drop. That's all you have to do. And then once it's there, you can resize it. You can resize it by clicking on the edge or pulling down a menu. And the largest size here, just to give you an idea, is 500 pixels in width. So that's what that size will get you for image. And then you'll click the reply button here, and that's all you have to do. So that is everything from Module 1. I will be working on Module 2 this week, and that will be completed with a video just like this for next Monday. I normally will have them done a little bit early. If you want to work ahead, that's totally okay. But it is really essential to make sure to watch this video every week. They're not going to be nearly as long as this video was, but they are important. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, anything you need help with, please send me an email, and I will have office hours beginning next week on Wednesdays. So if you feel more comfortable jumping onto a Zoom link, I will have that accessible for you. But again, that's going to be in Module 2, nothing this week as far as office hours are concerned. I hope you have a great week. Thank you for being in my class, and I will see you shortly with Module number 2.